You're on the Six Screens Telenetwork, earning the reputation of giving all the right ingredients, uninhibited, in exposing the hard, cold facts about the Watchtower Society.
Well, I see all the people coming in tonight, and how happy I am to see all of you ex-witnesses wanting to join Eric tonight. He's got a very special night. He's got a program here on the Six Screens Telenetwork. It's called Awakening After the Watchtower. And Eric, like I say, he wanted to talk to the community tonight. He's a great man. He has been involved with the Six Screens now for about 14 months, I believe. He's been doing his program, and we're really happy to have Eric on with us tonight. But like I say, he's got a very special guest, and I'm not going to introduce the guest. I'm going to have Eric come on and do it. So let's bring Eric on with us right now and say hello to Eric. Hello, Eric.
How you doing, everyone?
Well, there's Eric in full gear. There he is. He's got, boy, I'll tell you what, I mean, you got a pretty girl sitting next to you there. I mean, who was she?
Don't I, Rick? Everyone knows who she is. This is Audrey, and my wife now. We eloped on Friday. Get the date wrong already. But we wanted to, Audrey put it out there for everybody on Facebook, but I figured this would be a platform. You guys have been there, my audience, for me through the thick and thin, and through some bad news, and I figured I'd share the good news too. And we're really happy, and you know, when you love each other and you know it's right, it's just I don't have to explain it to everybody. We've all been there, or most of us. But you know, we love each other, and I think it's cool that we met on the Six Screens platform. Kind of, it was from Quora, and then to there where we saw each other face to face. But it's been a journey, everybody, and it's been really cool, and we're both pretty very happy. But I thought I'd share that with everybody. Go ahead, Rick.
Well, I was going to say congratulations to both of you. And so you're up here in New England now, a little chilly, huh?
Yeah, yep. It reminds me of old times where I'm from.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. You're back in New England. But let's say hello to Audrey. Hello, Audrey.
Hello, Rick.
So good to see you tonight.
You too.
So you're a happy girl, huh?
Yes, very happy.
Excellent, excellent. Well, gee, I think that's fantastic. You know, in fact, we've had the Six Screens weddings, or at least, you know, good part of it was from the Six Screens. You're our fourth. This is our fourth wedding, yeah, that we've had here, the Six Screens, in the last 20 years that people got married in the community. And we also have another one boiling. I can't tell you who.
Well, we got our ideas.
You got some ideas too. We do have another one boiling, so it could be 5 here very shortly. But anyways, I'm going to cut you loose. But what I'm going to do, the telephone number is there if you want to talk to Eric and Audrey. And I'm also going to put the link up where people can come in on StreamYard, Eric. So I'll do that. And I'll also set the telephone line. So friends, if you're listening in on our telephone radio network, it's going to go blank for give it about 3 minutes. I got to reset the phone because it goes off automatically. So I'll do that. In the meantime, you and Audrey, Eric can talk to the audience, and I'll set this all up so that everyone will be capable of coming in and saying hello to you. Okay?
2 things, Rick.
Yeah.
First thing is, do you have the pictures that Audrey sent you?
Yeah, they were sent to me on my, let's see.
If you can't get them, no big deal. But the second thing I was going to mention was, how does that make you feel? You know, 4, maybe 5 weddings on your network, and just bringing people together, having a network with people that get to be friends and have a community. Some of our friends are in the hospital right now, and they all have. If it wasn't for you, a lot of us wouldn't have any. I mean, I'm interviewing you in this moment. How does that make you feel, man? Like, how do you like?
Well, it really.
What kind of feeling is it?
It's a good feeling. It's a darn good feeling. Well, what I have found here over the years is, you know, in fact, I'm going to tell you something. I say this to Susan, and I'm going to say it to you and Audrey. About as good as it's going to get in life is a good relationship with your mate, in a good relationship with God. Now, everything else comes and goes. I had 5 children, and they're all on their own today. When they're little, you had to take care of them and watch over them, but they're on their own. They have their own families now they're taken care of. But your wife or your mate, your husband, in Audrey's case, you'll be together forever, and there's really nothing that you can't achieve together. And so you can say we can overcome all obstacles. And at times there will be obstacles, but you have to say, I'm gonna make this really work for the betterment. But that's as good as it's gonna get in life is a good relationship with your mate and a good relationship with God. And I know you both love God, and that's a good thing, Eric.
Well, I was just going to say, I think you should feel good too that what I was getting at is all your self-sacrifice for never missing a Saturday and giving people a community, Rick. I mean, I've had a community help me through the passing of Desiree, and now the people, everybody gets to be supportive of, or if they want to or not, but of us being together, Audrey and I, and then it's not just about us. It's just you have a big community, and I was just wanted to compliment you and say that you brought a lot of people together, and you should feel good about that accomplishment in your life. It's probably I don't want to say it's your greatest, maybe your kids are, but it's a great accomplishment you've done because of the unity and help that you've brought to people. I mean, you've even helped people from suicide, Rick.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do know that as a fact. That makes me feel really good. But you know what really makes me feel the best is, we all have a voice, and we were involved in one of the most tyrannical, destructive organizations on the planet. And, originally this whole thing started, there wasn't a lot of people. I mean, when I first came on, if we had 2 or 3 people listening in, and my former wife would get up, I'd start at 6:30 at night. And man, I really had a lot of passion and commitment. And I would go to 3 o'clock in the morning. And my former wife and I would just keep talking about the witnesses. And every once in a while, you get somebody listening in on the telephone. And my former wife would get up and say, "Geez, Rick, you coming to bed? Is there anybody calling in?" I'd say, "Well, a few are. But I have to tell you right now, there's your son. Look at this. I can't quite see. Yeah.
Yep, that's Elijah.
That's Elijah. Yeah. Isn't that nice? But to have the amount of people calling in now, but I'm having so much fun. Hi, honey. How you doing?
that's a bell.
Yeah. Well, Vanessa, that's nice. Well, gee, they're part of this whole arrangement too. And they look like really good kids. That's nice. You love your mother. I can tell. In fact, when Audrey used to come on, before you were there, Eric, with her, she'd come on with the kids. And the one thing I want to say is they always look so nice. There's that the dog or the cat?
Dog.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, that's what I was going to ask you too. Where do you live in Maine? Where does Audrey live in Maine?
It's Auburn.
Oh, Auburn. I know where Auburn is. Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've been up there. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's nice. Maine is nice. A lot of people moving.
I'm gonna be here till the 30th, and then I got to go back home, and then when we get a place, I'll be moving down or up to Maine.
Very good.
Stuff. Yep. So that's the plan, Rick.
Well, very good. Maybe in the meantime, between now and then, we meet up somewhere halfway, or come down this way, or if Susan's up there, maybe we come up and see you. Yeah, I'd love to see you.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'll cut you loose if you're listening. If you're listening on,
just before you go, I think you already told me this, but the most important thing is just to get the link up there for the stream.
Yeah, I'll get that link. Yeah, I'll get the link up. And folks, if you're on the radio networks, that's the telephone line. It'll go blank for just a few minutes. I give you a heads up, but it will come right back. Okay, thank you, Eric. I'm going to mute this. We'll bring Eric on. Eric, you're all set to go. I'm gonna do this. You can talk while I'm doing it.
All right. Well, hey everybody, you're here at Awakening After the Watchtower with the first time that I am now married to Audrey Kubler. So this is a record show, huh? Well, I love you all, and it's been a journey again, like I was saying, and I appreciate all my friends that have helped me through some dark times and some good times now. But one thing I was going to bring up is just that Watchtower almost wants us to like suffer and burn to hell, if you will, as a metaphor, because we don't follow their ways anymore. We don't follow the serpent. We don't follow the governing body, and they want to punish us for that. And they think that we don't deserve anything happiness in our lives, or there won't be because we left Jehovah, which is, I know, one of the most frustrating things that someone can say to me, come back to Jehovah. But we proved to them wrong. It doesn't just have to be a community, but we just don't need an XJW community, but we just don't need Watchtower. They're unwanted, like the IRS. But anyways, I think it's good that we all get to come together in a happy occasion. And it's really nice to share this with all you guys. I don't have a lot to say tonight. I just wanted to make the announcement. I plan on having a show if you guys are there for me, or if you have something you want to talk about. But it was just really exciting news, and I wanted to share it with everybody. I was going to save it for tonight, but Audrey wanted to post it on Facebook. So here we are. Most of the audience knew already, but thank you, everybody. Do you have anything you wanted to say on? Nope. She's like, don't make me talk. But if there's anybody that wants to talk that's on the phone line, or if there's nothing on, I don't think you can stream on the show yet. But anyways, I'll look at the comment sections, and I can always talk to people through that. If you guys just give me 1 second. Let's see here. 6 screens. There we go. You know what? I actually skipped a part of my show tonight. So first things first, let's say hi to everybody. We'll start with Mark Crispin, and I'm not sure if I know you. Cubic, I think I've seen you before. Hi, Artsy Kim, Key Silver, Jane Spitfire. Hi, Anne Marie. How you doing, honey? I meant to tell you ahead of time, and I didn't get to. Dallas, hi, Joe and Fran. We appreciate you. Let's see here. Maverick, Ruby Quinn. Thank you, Ruby. Sound in Mind is here. Steen One. I think I said Jane Spitfire already. And Penny Hoskins. Hello, Penny. Thank you. And we got, I think that's everybody. Hold on, let me scroll a little bit more. Donnie Boy, welcome. Bob Roberts, Brad from Australia. What's up, buddy? And King Tony. Thank you for coming, everybody, coming on. Let's see. And I think that's everybody. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. It's been really cool to go from one place that's really dark and then to come to the light and just have good things going for both of us, you know. And it's nice to have an already made family. They're really good kids, and we're both really happy. And I thought I'd share it with all you guys. But anyways, I'm not really talkative tonight, and I don't know how long I can go without other people talking, just because I don't know. It's just I'm quiet. Cat caught by the tongue, I guess. I love you.
I love you too.
But one thing I was going to bring up is just that Watchtower, like even just the way, like we've even talked about this on the show before, how dating is. It's just like once you're free from Watchtower and two people are in love with together, you don't have to follow these rules that don't even make sense to the Bible. And not to mention that they don't even let you date, really, you know. And it's just liberating to do things over from not Watchtower's way. But I mean, I was raised in it all my life, and she was in it for how long? 20 years. 20 years. So it's a lot. Everybody has a story, and I know we're not the only one. But I just felt so happy we both did, and I wanted to share it with everybody. And I'll admit I didn't really have a theme for the show. I'm just kind of freestyling it, and it's like I'm kind of depending on you all if you don't really have much to talk, I can go for like maybe another 15 minutes and we'll talk about something. I'll bring up a topic, but I'm enjoying life, and it's good to be here on vacation. I haven't been on vacation for at least 10 years. And it's I haven't flown in 17 years, which that was a whole other story in itself. But yeah, times have changed. But anyways, I'm just rambling now. If there's anybody on the phone that wants to talk, cool. Here's the StreamYard thing. So the StreamYard thing is up too if anybody wants to come in. But anyways, let me read some comments.
Someone on there.
Oh, here's somebody.
Eric,
Yes.
this is Susan. Hi.
Susan.
I can't wait to say hello and congratulations to both of you. And I hope Audrey can handle all this.
Thank you, Susan.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Susan.
Well, thank you. I'm really happy for the both of you, and I know that, like Rick said, when you're happy with your mate, there's nothing that makes you happier.
We both can't wait to meet you too.
Yes.
That would be nice.
I need to tell y'all, congratulations, Eric and Audrey, and y'all kids too.
Thank you, Dallas.
Thank you, Dallas.
Y'all.
Little southern draw at the end there.
And you never know, y'all might be someday. I don't know where your next home's gonna be. It might end up being in the Carolinas or Georgia.
That would be interesting if that happened. Maybe if a twister took us and flew us all the way over there.
What? You're somewhere in Maine, aren't you? Y'all in Maine.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir.
Yep, Portland.
It's about 45 minutes
North.
from Portland.
Portland, it ain't the capital. It's just the largest city.
We got married in the capital in Augusta.
Yeah, we got married in the capital.
And there's also the Augusta, Georgia,
Oh, Georgia.
too.
Yep, you're right.
Well, Georgia has the 3 A's. It's Atlanta, Augusta, and Albany.
I feel you. Thank you, Dallas. I appreciate you, buddy. You're always in the comment section saying hi to us. Thank you.
I'm happy for you. I just am like the rest of us.
Thank you, Dallas. Love you.
Love you, man. Thank you.
You too.
Well, there you have it. Appreciate you, Dallas.
Eric?
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Stephen. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, Stefan.
Hey, I was saying to myself, I wonder how Eric's doing. I haven't heard from him lately, and now I know why. Hey, buddy, just wanted to congratulate you. I wish you all the best in the world.
Hey, thanks a lot, Stefan, man. We'll catch up soon too, man.
Yeah, maybe about this time next year you'll come up for air. Yeah, I'll see you then.
Hi, this is Linda. This is a positive Linda.
Hey, Pasta Babe. How you doing, Linda?
Hi, Audrey.
Hi,
Is that
Linda.
your name, Audrey?
Mhm. Hi, Linda.
I did get that right?
Yeah, you
Audrey?
got it right.
Are the kids listening? Okay. Are the kids listening?
Yeah, they're in the next room.
Hey, Elijah, Dale, come on in here, you guys. Okay, they're
Oh,
coming.
okay. And how old is the youngest? How old is the youngest one?
She's
I'm
15.
15.
15.
Well, I missed that. What?
She's 15.
Okay. I was just going to say, you're like not wanting to talk because you want to go play patty cake. That's why. You just want to go back and play patty. Okay.
Nah, she's too old. She's,
And let me just tell
she's
you,
too mature for that.
I had to find out how old the kids were before like Roger Rabbit, like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Both of you look beautifully happy, and I'm so happy for
This
you.
is
both.
Elijah. He's 16 years old.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you,
I
Linda.
see it all over you. You guys are in a wonderful stage, and I just hope it stays as long as it can stay there. And it's really good to see you happy, Eric.
Thank you,
I mean,
Linda.
it's really good.
I appreciate you.
My
Thanks.
heart is happy.
I haven't talked to you in a while.
I appreciate you. Yeah, you're good people, and I'm looking forward to getting to know Audrey as well. If you're wanting to, be around her. If not, that's fine too. Meeting on the field or whatever.
That'd be cool.
I'll give her your contact info if that's cool.
Okay, I would absolutely love that. And I just I don't have enough words. I just want to give you big hugs and Audrey too and all the kids. I'm so thrilled.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you so much, Linda. You're a sweetheart.
So enjoy the rest of the show, and I'll talk with y'all later.
All right.
you, Linda.
We'll talk later. Bye.
Hey, Eric.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Eric, you bad boy. And here I was feeling guilty for not calling you. I was just talking to a good friend of mine about you, and she was saying what a great guy you are and how much she wanted you to be happy. And I was saying the same thing. And here it is the next day or two later. I'll find out you're happier than a clam on a wet beach. And you didn't tell me.
I know.
am
I
so
actually feel bad getting to you. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Stop saying, don't ever be sorry, especially for having the Lord smile on you. And I want to congratulate your beautiful, beautiful wife. That girl has so much love in her face. I want to congratulate Audrey for having the blessing in her life of you. You are such an amazing, good man, so full of love and honesty and compassion. And I want to I want to congratulate your beautiful stepchildren. They look happy too, because they got blessed with a wonderful stepfather. They couldn't ask for better. I am so happy for you and your new beautiful family.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anne-Marie. I love you, sister.
I love you too, my brother. Now I gotta love my new sister and her baby.
Thank you.
We'll talk soon. It is funny that like just a little time went by with you and I from talking, and ta-da.
It's all good. You know, I always say the universe knows what it's doing. And I believe you had help bringing you together. It was time. It was right. It was where you both need to be, and those beautiful children. You know, family is a blessing from the Lord and the universe, and it's the greatest thing ever. Nothing is more important than family and the love of our family. That is the biggest blessing in the world. Without that, it's just not good, honey.
I feel you. Thank you, Anne-Marie. You're so awesome.
You are too, and I want a family portrait ASAP.
We'll get some pictures to you. I sent some to Rick, but I don't know if he's going to put them up or not. But I'll get you some, okay?
Oh, okay. I'm not trying to be bossy.
You're not.
A little emphatic.
You're my friend. You're not being bossy.
Well, I am kind of. I'm just so happy. My face is hurting, but I can't stop smiling. I'm so happy for you all and those beautiful children. Do you have a son and a daughter now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my God. They're perfect. And what a great job you did as a mama, Audrey.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anne-Marie. Love you, sister.
Mary, thank you.
I had to say my piece. Thank you. I just had to say my piece. I'll shut up now.
Thank you, Anne-Marie.
Don't laugh at me. I know how to shut up.
That's funny. Excuse me.
Aw,
Anybody
you
else
guys
on the
are so-
phone? Or is Anne Marie not done? Sorry, Anne. You can stay with us.
Hey, somebody else talk, because I'm so happy I can't keep my mouth shut.
I appreciate you, hon. Thank you.
You need someone talking.
Yeah, I got something to say for you guys.
Yeah.
Eric, you hear me? Oh,
Yeah. Who's this?
yeah, this is Tom. Can you hear me
Oh,
okay?
hey, Tom. Yeah, Tom from New Hampshire. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, much, man. Just enjoying the show and definitely enjoying the good news. I'm really happy for you, both of you. And I just wanted to share with you because you asked if anybody else ever felt that, what you were feeling, you know. And yeah, actually, I kind of had. You know, it's weird. I was married for 23 years. Wonderful kids with my ex. She was a witness, though, and I woke up. I couldn't accept it, and just wasn't working. So I didn't want her, but she's the one who filed, and so, you know, I ended up just luckily meeting somebody that I became friends with because I wasn't ever going to have a relationship, and it was not very. It was almost immediate that I knew, you know, that she was for me, and she never left, and we just got married. We were together almost 5 years or so, 6 or whatever. We got married, so it's been just a little over a year. We're freaking happy as hell, and
I'm happy for you, Tom.
and happened to find out, and I did not know this until after I got married. Well, before I got married, but I did not realize that her growing up, her grandmother was a witness back at the time, and her grandmother took care of her and her, I think, sister or something, quite a bit. And she went to meetings all the time, and she remembers all that stuff about the meetings and everything, and yeah. So it's like she had a very bad experience with her grandmother. She shared it on Rick's show, Anne Marie's show. And it's Barbara. Anyways, so okay, happy instantly. Let's put it this way. She, I would say after our first date, she probably stayed in her apartment twice, and then she's been with me ever since. So it's like you just know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good for you. Happy for you.
Thank you, Tom.
Still hear me, but okay.
I appreciate you, brother. And I'm glad
Yeah,
to
good.
too.
Thanks. I guess I need to stress the fact that she understands why I'm sitting here talking to you guys. You know what I mean? She understands all of it, and you have somebody that understands also, and that just makes it even 10 times better. That's awesome. Good for you. And with
Yeah, thanks a lot, Tom. I appreciate you, man. Looks like we got King Tony here. Hey, how you doing, hon?
Hi. I am so shocked. Oh my goodness, congratulations. The pictures are beautiful. I was just like, it's the same. I'm smiling. I can't help it. Marriage is such a beautiful thing. And you two, I feel like you guys are perfect.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Wow. And the kids, just seeing the kids and seeing you guys together, it's nice to see family. Yeah. Especially when, you know, we're treated the way we're treated to find that family again. That's great.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, hon.
And I know it's like with your previous wife, that's a hard loss, but I could understand that being alone is rough, especially when you're with someone and you lost them. But finding that person again, I feel like that's the hardest part. And you got look at this. Match made in heaven.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. How does it feel like to be a family, I guess?
Awesome.
It feels, and I don't
Yeah.
I don't have anybody in Tennessee. I'm there completely alone. I literally don't know nobody.
Wow.
Like,
So yeah, this is
it feels
awesome.
really good to have a already made family, but not just that, but how good everybody is. The kids are awesome, and my wife is awesome.
Yeah. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you so
How
much.
how are the kids doing?
Fine.
Good.
Yeah,
You happy?
that's awesome. Well, I really wish you guys the best. This is amazing news. Trust me, like I was so shocked. I'm like, wow. And you know what's crazy? Like even like seeing you guys interact, you can see the chemistry. So it's almost like I feel like I kind of knew something was there, and like, but the surprise, it was like, whoa! I was like, what? I knew it. It's just that you can tell when people have chemistry, you know?
Yeah.
The conversations there, you know, it's flowing, you know, the laughs, the jokes, you know, that's nice to find a friend.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it's beautiful. I'm so happy for you guys.
I appreciate you.
And you didn't have kids before this, right? So how does it feel to have like 2 kids?
It's a really good feeling, but it's also different and takes some adjusting. But I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah, it does take time. It might be a little harder because I'll say that again, Eric.
Good energy and vibes are important.
Yeah, that's very important. That is very true. And it seems like the energy is like really bubbling forth.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I was gonna say I thought it would be harder because they're older, you know, but sometimes it could be easier because they're able to understand, you're able to communicate, you're able to get to know them, you know, that communication is so key and it's gonna make that bond stronger. And just I'm sure seeing their mom happy, it makes them happy too, you know.
Yeah, it does.
And that you know she was able to find a good man.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah. But I don't want to take up all your time. So thank you for letting me share that with you guys. And I'll be watching and I'll be in the chat.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Here's your cousin now.
Oh, Ruby's here.
Yo, bro, I was screaming. Tony,
I know.
yo, Tony called me today. We were screaming all day. I said, no freaking way.
As soon as I saw it, I sent it to Ruby. I was like, oh my God.
It was like an emergency. We were on the phone for hours. And I was like, bro, I so freaking knew it. I knew it. I saw it from day one, but I didn't want to say nothing. I was like, let's just see. Are they feeling each other out?
Yeah,
and
you
I
can see the
was
chemistry. It's beautiful.
I know. I love it. I can't believe it.
I told you people.
Aww.
That's funny.
The dress is beautiful too. I love that dress that you had on, Audrey.
Thanks. I got it at Goodwill for $7.
No
Wow.
way.
That's crazy.
I know, it's cool.
That's even better.
Wow, it was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm freaking out. This is our first wedding, like our first XJW wedding. Aww.
Yeah, when Ruby said that, I was like, that's actually true. It is our first XJW wedding. This is beautiful. I didn't even know Rick had 4 weddings, like 3 weddings before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
He's like,
he said there's a possible 5th to come very soon too.
Rick is the XJW Cupid. He's like matchmaking people.
Oh my God, I'm
awesome.
shocked.
Yeah.
Aww.
Is there a reason you chose May? Did you want to get married in the spring?
I live in Tennessee and they live in Maine, so I'm moving to them because I grew up and lived in New England, like Rhode Island, most of my life. And I don't want to be in
Oh,
Tennessee,
you did.
so
Oh, okay.
I come here and keep the kids with
Oh, but you know, like I mean, like, do you like the spring era to get married in? Did you like think like that or anything, or it was just a spur, like a?
It just worked out that way.
It just worked out that way.
We eloped.
That's awesome. All the flowers blooming, you know.
It was funny because we were.
It's almost like it's like a rebirth, you know. Like this is a new beginning, new start, like all around.
Yeah.
Elijah was gonna say something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like
one of the, we were going to do it at the town hall, but they were closed that day, so we had to go up to the Capitol, and it ended up being perfect because it was really beautiful there, and the place we would have.
Oh wow. Yeah, I bet. You see, you know what? It's true. When you just roll with whatever just it's going, it just works out better. Sometimes when you plan things out, it just sometimes that could be like complicated.
Tony.
Yes.
Listen, Eric ran over there. He said, "Say less. We getting married today." He dipped. Don't you get it? Like.
Yeah, there wasn't too much. A little bit.
It took a while to get all the documents.
Yeah, that took a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll be in the chat. I'm also cooking at the same time, so I don't want to take up anyone's. You know, if they want to come on and say their congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, Tony.
Of course, I will be in the chat, so you'll see me.
All right.
Have a good evening, guys.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Bye, Ruby.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Congratulations.
Oh,
You gave a lot of people. Oh, I'll give my last words because
Yeah,
you gave a lot of people a lot of hope. Like you really revived the idea of marriage and love and like, there's hope for us out there. Post cult that we can actually find each other, find friendship, find love. You know what I'm saying? Like it was really traumatic to have all that within the JWs. The dating was horrible, marriage was horrible. You know what I'm saying? But you actually found it outside. Like that's amazing. That's beautiful. And you get to move. You have a brand new family. Like I love it. So yeah, congratulations, guys. And I'll be watching from the chat.
Thank you, Ruby.
Thank you.
Well, Eric and Audrey, it's interesting listening to what the people are saying. Very fascinating. And, Ruby brought something up that got me thinking, the community, not just the Six Screens community, but the whole ex-witness community is growing big time. There's no question about it. And, when I first got out of the Watchtower, I really wanted to meet a woman. Of course, my former wife died. And after she died, I wanted to meet someone. I wanted a friend. And I thought about it a lot. And then finally I met Susan. In fact, I met Susan right here on the Six Screens. She called in from Chicago one night. And she said she watches the program, listens to the program. And she said she wanted to come up here and work for the Six Screens. She liked it so much. She says, I'll come up there and work for free. But, we really didn't have any romantic feelings, I don't think, at that time. But I said, well, Susan, that's slave labor. If you came here, I'd pay you. So I didn't realize it, but we got talking on the phone, and I gave her a job. And we had a hotline. We had a hotline phone line that I had where people could call in that didn't want to come live on the radio program. And so they would call Susan, and she did a wonderful job. People would call that number, and she was getting, some days she got upwards of 10 calls a day, if you can believe that. And these were ex-witnesses that didn't want to come on the Six Screens live. And she did a wonderful job. So she says, Rick, I'm coming up to Boston. She says, I'm coming up. So I said, okay. So she called me one day. In fact, I was out in my business. I was just crossing the Massachusetts-New Hampshire line. And she says, Rick, I'm coming tomorrow. I'm on a plane. I'm coming. So I'm saying, wow, I'm not even really ready for this yet. My former wife died. She was, and consequently, I had an ex elder living with me. He was disfellowshipped, and he had all kinds of monumental issues. And I also had another man working with me that was a schizophrenic person. And I had my daughter back with me, so we're all living in this big old house in Massachusetts. And I says, what's Susan going to think of me when she comes here? It looks like Animal House, really. So I was on my way to work, and I just crossed the New Hampshire border. I said, I better head back to my house and get it all cleaned up. Susan's coming up tomorrow. So I went back, cleaned it all up, and sure enough, she came up, and she was staying at a hotel right down the street. And so that's where she stayed. And anyways, what happened is, we started talking on the phone prior to her coming, and when she came, I really saw there's some attraction there. And I never saw what Susan really looked like. I couldn't believe it. And then she came and said, wow, Susan, you're such an attractive girl. And so we started falling in love with each other. So she never went home. She came to Massachusetts. She came to Massachusetts and never went home. She's still here. But we had other marriages here on the 6 screens. We had Connie and Dick. They met on the 6 screens as well. And I thought that was kind of interesting. And they're so happily married today. So that was a 6 screens marriage. But what Ruby was just saying, that got me thinking that, the ex-witness community, it's something that there's a lot of people that have got divorced or widowed even in the ex-witness community. And really, this is a place to find people of like mind. And that can be so instrumental when you do marry a person. And, at one time, there was marriage. I'm not going to go into who it was. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. It wasn't a good marriage. But I can remember them coming on, and they said that the woman, at least, she said that, opposites attract. And I said, that's kind of weird. I heard the saying, but I never put it together with a marriage mate. I'm thinking opposites attract. I would think it could land up in a big battle royal, But anyways, that one didn't work. That didn't work. But we've had 3 here that look very, very good, still going strong. But this is a place, and where do people really go? There's dating sites. And what you experienced, Eric, is the same thing I experienced when my former wife died. I had a cat, and I would find myself coming home and talking to the cat. And, and it was very, very lonely.
At
And
least you were talking to the cat. I've been talking to myself.
Yeah. At least I had a cat. But that's the one thing I noticed, that boy, when you have someone to talk to every day, as I'm sure you and your former wife did, it's very difficult to all of a sudden stop the conversation. So you say, wow, I'm really lonely. And that's an amazing thing, to be able to meet someone of like mind and be able to have a good conversation. And you want to keep that up, Eric, even though it's, you're very new into marriage here. But always remember that. Always communicate with Audrey, and always be able to have a good relationship in that way. That's so important. Let Audrey know what's going on, talk to her, and vice versa. And then that can make for a really good marriage. So I go with Audrey. She's so, with Ruby, I should say. She's so happy that things are going well. And you guys look really good. The whole family there looks really, really good. I have to say that. You guys are very photogenic, very photogenic. You look good. So anyways, I'm still here. And I did what I had to lock the call up because of these crazy people. We've had these operatives coming in all night. I'm going to unlock the call right now. We still do have a number in there, but I'm going to unlock the call and really keep an eye on these people. So if someone comes on, I'll try to get them off as fast as I can if they start getting nasty, okay?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Rick.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The conference has been unlocked.
Well, here's your opportunity. Here is your opportunity. Come on, say hello to Eric, say hello to Audrey. I don't know what it is, but it's such a good feeling to see people get married. It's always been such a big tradition, and it's just a good feeling. Other humans love to see this for some reason. Marriage is a wonderful arrangement, and it's something that has been going on for the eons of time, really, when you stop and think about it. But it's an amazing thing to be able to find a person that you can be with and talk to, and that's some of the secrets of life. And when you get a really good person, that's everything in life.
Hey, Rick,
So, yeah.
I think you would agree with me because you and I have both experienced two different kinds of marriages, one within the organization and without it, right? Or even with, even you and Inez were out for a while before she passed. The organization makes the marriage 10,000 times more stressful, right? Wouldn't you agree?
I have to agree.
Didn't you tell me one time at a convention it was so stressful and it got you guys into an argument because of all the prepping and just the being on time and everything? I think you told me something like that, which happens to all of us.
Right. And I will say that my former wife, she was a real loyal Jehovah's Witness. And she was a wonderful woman. But at times we did disagree. In fact, I mean, it's going to happen in all marriages. But I have to tell you something. Susan and I have been married now for 11 years, and we have not had one argument. Now that I'm serious, I can't even believe it. I say, Susan, this is not normal.
Are you sure you're not mad at me, hon?
Really, we have not. We agree on everything. It's amazing to me. But no, my former wife, I love her dearly too, but she was a real loyal witness. And I was married to her for 43 years. I met her in high school, and she was not one of Jehovah's Witnesses when I met her. And as a young Jehovah's Witness boy, I was only 16, and she was in my home room. And a friend in my home room said, Rick, there's a girl here that likes you. But I didn't even pay any attention to her. But then all of a sudden one day I started talking, and I found that she's a nice girl. But I was very young. I was only 16 years old. And it bothered my conscience as a Jehovah's Witness because I knew I wasn't supposed to even be talking to someone like that. So anyways, I finally figured, well, I better tell my mother. I was only 16. So I can remember talking to my mother. I said, Mom, I have to tell you, I have a girlfriend. She says, you do? So the first thing out of my mother's mouth was, is she a Jehovah's Witness? I says, no, she's not. She's not a Jehovah's Witness. And then the next thing my mother said is, well, does she love God? I says, well, she does. She says, well, you can bring her and she can study the Bible with your aunt. So, I mean, right off the bat, that's what the witnesses do. If you want to be connected, you got to be a witness. So Inez studied the Bible along with me, with my aunt, and Inez wanted to get baptized. And she found friendship with my sister. I had an older sister, and she was a year older than me and Inez. So Inez liked her, and so they were really loyal witnesses. I mean, they wanted to pioneer together and do all this together. So there was a convention coming up. There was a convention coming up in Baltimore, Maryland. So I couldn't go. I was working, but Inez and my sister went there. And then they came home and they said, Rick, we're going to be missionaries for Jehovah's Witnesses. I said, well, don't count me in. So they said that's what they wanted to do. Yeah. So I said, if that's what you want to do, then you can do it, but I'm not going to do it. Don't even try to talk me into it. I'm not. I got certain things I'm going to do, and I'm not going to be a missionary for Jehovah's Witness. So anyways, what happened is, that kind of went along, and they didn't really ever do it. But she got baptized. Inez got baptized before I did. So she got baptized in 1966. And then they kept badgering me. And this is what witnesses will do. They'll badge you. Well, come on, Rick, you better get going soon. So they talked me into getting baptized, which I did at the Making Disciples Convention up in Manchester, New Hampshire. And then I became a full-fledged witness at that time. And then when I was 18, I was still seeing Inez, so I wanted to get married, but you had to be 21 in the state of Massachusetts. Whoop.
What's with the old music?
Okay.
The conference has been locked.
Yeah, that's the Bethelites coming in again. You know, they're almost like company. They're starting to even talk to us, you know. But anyways, to make a long story short and get to the point, so I wanted to get married at 18, but I couldn't in the state of Massachusetts. So I went to my mother and I said, "Ma, I want to get married." But I had a job and I was able to support myself and what have you. So my mother wouldn't let me. My father almost did, but then they kind of backed down. So I waited a while and finally they gave in. We got married. Yeah. So, but she, even during our marriage, there were points where we disagreed on the children. Inez was, like I say, a loyal witness, and I cut my kids slack. I didn't want to see him so connected to it, and that can create issues too. If one's a real strong witness and the other one isn't, there's going to be some disagreement. Yeah.
I saw what it did to my parents' marriage. My dad was miserable because he worked 6 days a week. He was an elder. He had to provide for his kids and go 8 or 10 hours out in service a month, and then all the elders meetings. And it was like, it just caused a lot of explosive fights between him and my mother and the kids and everything. You know, it wasn't good for anybody. The last thing my dad would want to do is come home after working 10 hours or 12 hours even sometimes and do family worship, Rick.
That was brutal.
Because
And you know,
you're not even studying the Bible, you're studying Jehovah's Witness doctrine.
Oh, and the kids too. You don't want to put them through that. Yeah, you know, as I was saying earlier, even on my program, you know, if you could learn something, if you went to a Jehovah's Witness meeting and you said, "Wow, I really learned something tonight." But as I was saying earlier, you know, they used to give talks. A lot of the talks were given from the Old Testament, and I can remember talks like on Potiphar, you know, the chef in Pharaoh's kitchen. I mean, what redeeming value does that have? I mean, where are you going to carry that in life? It was screwy talks like that. But you know, so, and I remember they give these talks, and I'm saying these talks, there's no value to it. I can't learn something from this. But so you'd come home, you were disgusted because you didn't even learn anything, and that would make for rivalry too, because you'd hate to say that, you know, this was a crummy meeting on the way home. You know, could break out in an argument. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, this is good though. Okay, well, listen, you're on 6 screens. If you want to speak up, now's the time to do it. Or if you want to come on, just click that. Did that? I guess our little. For some reason, Eric, we lost the ability for people to come on StreamYard. Let's go back. Let's go back and see if we can't pick that up.
All right.
Okay, let me see what we got here. Why did that leave? Okay, yeah, hit.
Hey.
Hey, man. Hey, Eric and Audrey and family. Just want to say congratulations, Maverick here from the over the pond.
Oh, thanks. Your voice is really familiar. Who is this?
Maverick.
Oh, Maverick. Hey, Maverick.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, guys. So I'm really happy to, you know, I was just thinking the happiness and the energy that's coming off from you all. It's just so what a contrast to the kind of, like, you can feel the freedom and the genuineness coming across, because, like, I noticed for myself, because I got married after I left, and my wife is a former witness, and we met each other after we both woke up separately, and we've been married 5 years now as well, happily. And the contrast between trying to juggle all the expectations and all the heaviness of being in the community, I'm sure it's a great start for you all to not have to worry about all that BS and heaviness, you know, I was just thinking about the youngsters as well. Your two, your son and your daughter. You know, and I was his age. I was your son's age, Audrey, and you know Eric, right? I have to include you now, Eric, because you know. So, but I was 16 when I got baptized. I'm looking at your young adults, you know, your young people. I'm like, my goodness, you know, what's great advantage they have now to have two awake, loving parents that they can live their lives free without having to worry about everyone else. You can just concentrate on your own family, and just, you know, you're going to have ups and downs, like all of it. You know, life is going to throw curveballs for us, but the fact that you don't have to deal with all the extra baggage, and it's such a wonderful thing. I mean, I'm so happy for you all, you know, and I just wanted to say that when I got an opportunity. So we're a bit quiet in the chat, so I thought let me just say hi and congratulate you all, and just be happy for people to be happy, you know. You know, that's it, really.
Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's amazing. The contrast is incredible because you can just be free and be yourselves, and there's no judgment. There's no, you know, there's so much expectation. As you said, Eric, just now earlier, there's so much expectation when we were in the organization. I mean, you know, you get everything. Like as soon as you sort of catch eyes with somebody, everyone's hooking you up already, or you know, it's like there's this demand and expectation, and it's nice to not have to worry about any of that. And for the youngsters, that's a great blessing for them to have that foundation with it. You know, I just thought, you know, if I could roll back the time and have that, would have been fantastic. But I'm in my 50s now. I'm happy, but you know, it's a great for them to have that. You know, I'm sure they're going to appreciate more and more as they grow into their adult lives. But yeah, and it's a great place, great space. Thank you all for sharing it with us as well, because you didn't have to. You could have kind of kept that quiet for a while. But thanks for sharing as well. Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice news. And I can't think of a better person that you both like. Do you know what, Eric? I was thinking to myself. I'll just let it say this. When Rick announced it, I said he's either won the lottery or he got married. And I said, well, actually, maybe you have won. Well, you have won the lottery because this is much a bigger prize to have. Bless you. So I'll say you won the lottery then. Anyway, I'll let someone else come in there. Cheers,
You've always
guys.
got a good sense of humor. Thanks, brother. Thanks for calling in, Maverick.
Yeah, well, you know, I know sometimes I come across as a bit of a joker in the chat, but it's my way of coping with things as well, you know, because like humor, you can either cry and be depressed all the time. And I found that humor has got me through my darkest times. And I'm not trying to be a comedian. I tend to be more, you know, playful in the chat because I just find it's just nice to banter with people. But then when I come on, I'm all serious and, you know, I've got lots of trying to be concentrate on what I want to say. But I just think it's nice to just be able to be yourself without judgment, not worrying about what people think. And, you know, and we all got, what I love about the way the community is here is like, we've all got time for each other. Like it's not about, oh, well, why is that one doing that? And, you know, the feeling of freedom is nice. And you get people who have their opinions, but there's more space for everybody to express themselves. Even if people totally disagree with each other, it's just nice to be able to have the space to just share and have our genuine thoughts. And regardless if you disagree, you disagree, and that's it. So I like that, and we all get to share and get to know each other much more and more. And I want to, yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll just ramble on now for nothing. I'll let go.
Thank you. Have a great night,
Yeah,
brother.
no worries, man. Yeah, Andrew, take care.
You too.
Yeah.
Bye. Well, is there anyone else on the line that wants to say hi? If not, Rick, I might end the show early if that's okay with you. You still there, buddy? Well, the dead air. Excuse me. Yeah, everybody. If there's not anybody else that wants to say too much,
I'm here, y'all.
Hey, Dallas.
Hi, Dallas.
And I like what you're sharing about. Even Audrey, she managed to get her children out of that evil, wicked, vile cult.
Amen, Dallas. Amen.
We agree, buddy.
Let me say it. Something had been lifted from them right there, and you too, Eric and Audrey, to it.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Dallas. Thanks, buddy.
It's just thoughts on my mind.
You know, I've seen you in the comment sections right from the beginning. So thanks for always being there for me. You know, I appreciate you, brother.
I do the best I can. It's part of my love of neighbor. Love of God is love of neighbor, and I'm looking for someone too. I'm just thinking about it myself.
No doubt, buddy.
And the last place that I saw some potential choices is when I visited a church.
We met on Quora.
Yeah, we met on Quora, not church. An app.
I when I attended this Baptist church, then there may be some options. That may be the place too. And then I'll be happy to introduce y'all then when it does happen.
That'll be cool.
Sounds
Dallas.
good, buddy. We'll be there for you.
Do the best I can for you too.
Well, thanks, buddy. We appreciate you.
You too.
All right, my man. If there's not anybody else, is there anyone else on this that wants to say hi? If not, I'm probably going to end the show here, and I'll wait a second. But I just wanted to thank everybody for being here tonight for us, and not just tonight, but the whole trek that I think Rick said 14. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Is someone on the phone line? Or here we go, Joe and Fran. Hey, guys.
Joe and Fran.
Hello. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Can you hear us?
Yeah,
okay?
we can.
Oh, good. Wow, what a beautiful family.
So happy to see you.
For you.
Thank you so much. We hadn't talked in a while, so I guess you guys might have been shocked by the time the news came to you.
No, we weren't
No.
shocked. We weren't shocked.
I told you they knew.
We saw we saw you on Facebook a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys.
Good people find good people.
I agree.
Yeah, now we have a reason to come to Maine.
Yes, anytime.
It's possible we might see each other at the convention. We never know.
Oh,
Well, I
good.
hope
We
so.
hope so.
I hope so.
That would be nice.
I don't think it's that far where she's at right now, but it'll depend the timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to get your address because people are asking us for the address. And
Yeah.
we don't even know.
I forgot you guys are like the gurus. you're the social pipeline.
No, we're just the in-betweeners.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. I love you guys. Thank you so much for saying hello.
We love
Oh,
you
we
too.
love you
We love
too.
you all too.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to seeing you again.
We'll talk soon. I haven't talked to you guys in a while.
Thank you.
College.
Yeah. Well, hey, Rick. How are we looking here? Is there anyone else on the phone or on StreamYard or?
Well, let's see if anyone wants to speak up. Here's your last chance. If you're on the telephone line, we did have to lock it up once again. You probably couldn't hear some of the stuff going on. I try to block it off, but we've been irritated all night long here. So, but we had a lot of people coming through here tonight. My goodness gracious, I've been looking at some numbers, and everyone is so happy for you and Audrey. And it always happens that this was good news tonight. That this was very, very good news to be able to talk about things like that, and everyone loves a newly married couple. Yeah, there's something about that is like it's exhilarating to see that, and I can really see. I'm not an expert in body language, but I really see you guys love each other. I can see that. I can really see it. And someone made a comment earlier. I think it was Ruby or one of the other people coming on, that you can notice it. Other people notice it if a husband and wife have chemistry. And I didn't see a lot of that in the witness world. I really didn't. But I do see it with you, and other people can notice that. So always show that chemistry and let people say, hey, you guys are really happily married. Well, you guys probably want to cut yourself loose. So why don't we do that? But I want to thank you, Eric and Audrey, and the children as well for coming on. Thank you for being there with us. And we wish you all the best. Keep moving forward. We really enjoyed your company here tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Rick, and thank you, everyone else. You all have a great night. Love you.
Thank you. Bye now. Well, we'll be back next Saturday night here on the 6 Screen. So by all means, see if you can join us next Saturday night, beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll have Connie and Dick Borgie. They'll be coming on 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next weekend. Thank you very much for being with us tonight on the 6 Screens Tele Network. Good night now. Thank you.